What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 334 of Some Shit We Like. I'm Mike. I almost said this is Bryce, but that is not Bryce. That is Rick. Bryce is not here today. But yeah, so we're knock it off. We're gonna run you through some movie stuff and some trailers. I got some video game stuff to talk about. Surprise, surprise! It's Borderlands.
I got video game stuff to talk about too.
Rick's got video game stuff to talk about. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, how do I do this intro now that we're
I don't know. Let me give it
Tuesday
a shot.
thing? Like, I was gonna say just because the audio is not gonna be going.
We'll get to that.
Okay,
that's housekeeping. But if you're new to the show, welcome. We put up videos on YouTube Tuesday through Friday. Friday being the full show. Clips are throughout the week. And if you prefer audio, we do audio as well. It goes up on iTunes, Android, every device, pretty much, Spotify, whatever it is, you name it, we got it there. If not, let us know. We'll put it there just for you. That's how much we are dedicated for you to listen to us.
Didn't we get up on Zune at one point early on?
Oh yeah, way early on.
We were on fucking Zune too. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I totally forgot about that.
I just remember that process being way easier than the iTunes process.
It was so much easier. Yeah. All videos are up 12 noon, so we have a schedule there for you, so you know when the video goes up.
Usually we have an Instagram TV video that goes up, but I'm a fucking asshole and didn't post it this week, so I'll post it after we're done with the show.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna shame you.
It's on my phone. I have it downloaded. I just didn't post it because I'm an asshole. So
there you have it. And just newly, for all those young kids out there, we're on TikTok.
Why?
Because we gotta cast out. We gotta be everywhere.
What do you even put there?
The Instagram videos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just short stuff. Because I think they allow you only 1 minute.
Okay.
But you can go longer, I believe. Okay. You just have to cut it up in pieces. Kind of like when you do Instagram stories, not the TV.
Right. Okay.
Which is cool.
I saw that friend of the show, James Rowan, has a TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess if it's good enough for James, then it's good enough for me.
Exactly. So, yeah. Follow us there.
I miss James. We need to have him on again.
Yeah. Well, Bryce is going to be gone for another month, so James.
All right. Is he really? When?
For Japan.
I know, but when? Let's talk about Bryce's business when Bryce isn't here.
I know. November, I believe, right?
Oh, shit. Really? That soon? Cool. All right.
I don't know the exact dates.
Oh, cool. We can do that horror movie episode with James.
I know. We were planning to do that. We didn't do it last year. I think I saw it on my list somewhere. Anyways, how are you, Mike? It's been a while since you've been on the show. Why don't you give them a little update?
Well, I was lost on Pandora and Promethea and Eden 6.
Pandora?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the music.
No. So I was grinding up to 50. That's not why I was gone, by the way. I'm just being an asshole. But I got to level 50 because they're doing a Halloween event called Bloody Harvest that started yesterday.
Right.
Started Thursday, actually. It started Thursday. And so I wanted to be level 50 because there's 4 new legendary items that are going to drop there. Plus, this week, legendary drops are elevated and anointed drops are elevated. I'll explain anointed drops if you'd like. They're infused items. So, I could get 2 of the same gun, which I actually have one. I have a shotgun called the Mind Killer, which is cool because it shoots, music visualizer, like an EQ. That's what the projectile looks like.
Like treble clefs and stuff?
No. Like a music visualizer.
Yeah.
Like
the waves.
Wait, no, yeah, but it's like if it were the lines, like on the like on a mixer.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It shoots that out. That's how it shoots out, and it's really cool. And it's a really strong shotgun, and I love it. So I have one of those that's just the base one, and then one that's anointed. So what the anointed gear does in Borderlands is it has special perks. So the one I have says after the end of my action skill, the gun will do 150% damage for a limited time. So it's 15 seconds where it will do 150% of its base damage, which is fucking high. So if I put that on a character that has a short cooldown rate for their action skill, I could basically just be melting enemies. But the character I'm using has a long cooldown timer, which is fine though. So that's what Anointed Gear does. So they're doing more Anointed drops, more Legendary drops, and I actually was able to run the special event once already, and was able to get a shotgun. It's not one of the dedicated drops for the event. It's a regular Legendary drop, and it's an awesome shotgun. It handles like an assault rifle with very little recoil, and it just destroys enemies. And all of my perks I have on my skill tree are all for, like, the skill tree is called Bottomless Mags, so it gives me ammo regeneration, extended magazine size, and there's one perk that every 4th shot doesn't cost me ammo. So if I have my shotgun has a 15 round magazine, and as long as I'm hitting criticals, it will not cost me ammo to refill that ammo. And every 4th shot doesn't cost me ammo. So if I'm on my shit, I basically don't run out of ammo in this gun. It's amazing, man. I'm assuming they're gonna nerf this character and that skill tree eventually, but until they do, I'm having a good ass time with it. So I've been playing a lot of that. It's kind of it, really. Borderlands. I played a bunch of Rage 2 actually, which I'll talk about when we get into video games. But other than that, yeah, just hanging out with my kids.
Didn't you go to the Disney? I don't know if you talked about that already on the show.
No, I didn't. Yeah, we went to the Disney Halloween thing they do.
I don't even want to attempt to say what it is called.
It's Oogie Boogie's Halloween Bash, I think is what it is. But it's normally at Disneyland, but because of Star Wars Land, they moved it over to California Adventure this year. And we ended up with a lot of candy, and it was fun, and they had a lot of interactive stuff with characters and stuff, but it kind of it really sucked because there wasn't as many stations, and they were spread out too far, and I don't know, it just didn't feel as fun as it normally is. I never felt
like California Adventure was that big.
It's not, but it's also really not laid out really well either.
That is true, yeah, because it's almost kind of like an L shape or like a curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember. Yeah.
Like it opens up. It opens up, but it's just
that Pixar.
I don't know. Disneyland has been there for so long, and they built it for traffic flow to get people to go around and see every inch of the park. So it's really cool when they have it there because you're literally just going around the entire park, hitting all these little candy stations, and it's really fun. The kids had a good time, and we were all dressed up. We have family costumes. We do that every year. You know that. Yeah. This year we're Little Mermaid themed. My daughter is Ariel. My son is Prince Eric. I'm King Triton, and my wife is Ursula. My wife and I will be pulling out our costumes tonight for our annual Halloween party we go to. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. But like I said, it seems like they're getting lazier and lazier with the layouts every year. But the company that sponsored it this year was M&M Mars, so all the candy was fucking amazing. So it was like, you know, M&Ms and Skittles and Snickers and Milky Way and Twix and yeah, it was, dude, the candy this year.
I love Twix.
The candy this year was ridiculous. No Almond Joy, no Mounds, none of that fucking garbage. So good. They killed it with the candy this year. But yeah.
Twix are my favorite.
We did that for my son's birthday, because his birthday is around when that thing always starts. We took him to Universal for his birthday. I don't think I talked about that on here yet either.
I don't think so, yeah. So you went to the Harry Potter. How was that? I still haven't been.
So it's the second time I've been to it. We went for my wife's birthday with the day it opened 2 years ago or whatever it was. And it was really fun then, but now it's so much better because of the flow of traffic that goes through it. It's not as heavy. And we also went on a Wednesday, so it wasn't
that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that packed at all. And so we went for his birthday, and we went because he's a Harry Potter fan.
That's right, because he's been reading the books.
Yeah, we went through the first 4, and he told me that he's ready for the next one. Because, he's 9 now. He can handle it. And I had to remind him that he couldn't handle the death of an animal character in book 2, let alone the death of a human character in book 4. And he's like, no, Dad, that's different. I'm 9 now. I can handle it. So we haven't started the 5th book yet, but I think we're going to soon. Cool. So we went to the wand shop, so we could do the whole experience thing. And
So you got a wand?
yeah, but here's the cool thing: he was wearing a button that said, celebrating birthday or whatever. And my nephew Ryan went with us, and he had a button that said first visit, and they're standing in the front because they're the smallest, so they got picked to do the wand ceremony. And it was really, really cool. And it's crazy how the person who was doing it kind of nailed both of those kids, just like by describing the wand that chose them. And it was really, really cool because
yeah, I gotta go to that. Let's check that out.
So yeah, the one that my son got, she described, she said, this wand is drawn to people who are very creative, who are very generous, and have big hearts, and this and that. But I was like, damn, that it really does fucking nail him. And it's not like we filled out a spec sheet about our kid beforehand. It truly was genuinely random that he got picked.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was just dead on description of him. And it's got the infrared light on it, so he can go around inside of Universal and do the spells and stuff.
I've seen those.
Yeah, he had a blast with that. And we're going to go back in December because the tickets we got were buy a day, get a day free. And we have until the 19th, I think, to use them again.
Still do that. That's cool.
Yeah. The only thing he didn't get to do was the Transformers ride because the line was too long. We even got to go on Jurassic Park, which was fucking rad.
The new version of
Dude, it is so cool. It is so cool.
God. I gotta get it back.
The cool, so we did all the stuff on the top floor first. And then we went downstairs to go do the stuff down there.
It's that big old escalator, right?
Yeah. And then, so we go down there, and the first thing we're going to do was Jurassic Park. But it was down. And so we were like, all right. So we went on the Mummy, which is right across from it. And then we were going to go, we walked over to go on Transformers, but the line was 100 minutes long for Transformers. And we were like, why is this so long? And then we were like, oh, I bet you everybody came and got in line here when Jurassic Park went down. So I think that's why that line was so long. And then when we were it was already 3 o'clock by the time we got downstairs, and they closed at 6 during the week. So we're like, that's gonna take all our time. And we still haven't gone up to go on the Simpsons ride or anything like that. So we were walking back, and as we were walking back to go back upstairs, to eat and then go on Simpsons and leave, Jurassic Park opened. So we basically got to walk on to Jurassic Park. We didn't have to wait in line. We just walked right on. Nice. It was very cool. He really liked it. And he liked the roller coaster in the Harry Potter land, but he did not like the...
I don't know what the roller coaster.
The main ride.
The train? Isn't it like a train?
No. It's kind of like a mix of... It's like soaring over California, California Adventure, because it screens and stuff like that. But it's also on a track, and you're moving through the track, and it's practical, and then you see the screens, and it moves with the stuff, and it's cool. Really, really cool. He didn't like that one though because there's one point where it goes up and it feels like you're upside down, but you're not. It's because you're in front of a screen,
and the screen makes it look like you're going upside down.
You lift up above halfway,
that's awesome.
But it makes you feel like you're completely upside down. He didn't like that. But yeah, he had a really, really good time. He said butterbeer is his new favorite thing. He said it was delicious. I think it's gross. I'm not a huge fan of butterscotch anyway. So.
I like butterscotch.
But yeah, man, he had a blast. The only ride we didn't get to do was Transformers. We even did the Backlot Tour. We did that right away. And yeah, he had a really, really good time.
Tour. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, same here.
Going on that Backlot Tour and seeing what used to be the clock tower.
Yeah. You don't even get to see that anymore.
Yeah, it's completely got totaled because of the fires.
But it's also part of that whole section is part of the VIP Backlot Tour that you have to pay extra for.
Oh yeah, I want to do that one. I know it costs.
I do too, but it's way too much fucking money.
Isn't it like $300 or something?
When me and my wife went initially, we were gonna get that, but it was an extra $150. On top of what our tickets were. And I was like, fuck that. That is way too much money. King Kong sucks now.
I thought they took it down.
It's in the same
tram. It's the tram, right?
Yeah, but it's in the same soundstage, but it's all 3D screens now.
So it's not the big old...
No, it's not the big monkey and the banana breath and all that. Yeah. The Earthquake one is still the same.
Oh, Earthquake is still there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's still
That's
really
an
good.
old-ass movie.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a really good time those couple of days and celebrating his birthday. But yeah, that's kind of all we've been up to while I've been gone. Video games and kids and stuff.
All right, so shall we get into the show?
I would hope so. It's like a half hour later now.
So as for entertainment news today,
So I watched El Camino. It was
right?
awesome.
Glad you watched
Even though
it.
I have no idea what the fuck was going on.
Cool.
No, I'm just kidding. Bryce would be so mad if I actually did that.
So El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, pulls in bonkers Netflix numbers.
Okay.
This is coming from CNET. We've talked about it here. We reviewed it. So if you want, go to the video of me and Bryce reviewing it. But anyways, Netflix tweeted out that El Camino was watched by 25,734,392 households.
That's
in the first 7 days.
That's a lot, man. Holy shit.
So, wow. That's pretty damn good for Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for fucking anything, man.
Well, yeah. I don't need to go over the story. You guys already know what it is because we've talked about it, as I said. But if you're a Breaking Bad fan and haven't watched it, go watch it. As I said in the review, it's a nice epilogue to the Jesse Pinkman story.
Okay.
And it was great. Like, you can never go wrong with, what's his name?
Aaron Paul?
No, the creator.
Vince Gilligan.
Vince Gilligan, yeah, because he's great. And Aaron Paul, like, not being an actor, you know, this kind of being like his sort of first, well, it was his big role.
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible what he puts out. So
But then he was in that shitty Need for Speed movie.
I guess so. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen the whole thing either, but
Anyways,
it's Fast and Furious Light.
I just wanted to bring that up because
That's a lot of fucking views, man. That's a lot of in 7 days.
Yeah. And especially for Netflix to be talking about it, because Netflix, they don't talk about numbers. You know,
No,
when they do, they're
because
going to talk about it to
I
brag.
guarantee you, because nothing ever does good. Like, nothing ever does well enough for them to talk about. Like, it.
Well, I mean, we don't even still know. Like, I don't even think they released. I could be wrong, but in the comments, let us know. But I think they never even released the numbers for Stranger Things.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, like, even if they do have big hits, they don't rarely release the numbers. I
Yeah.
think because this is more of a TV. Well, he was the TV show.
I honestly,
I think that's why.
I think it's because nothing ever approaches this. Nothing ever fucking gets close to this. Because
Perhaps.
if things got close to this,
I feel like Stranger Things though does gangbusters on numbers.
you would think so. But why wouldn't they say?
Because so they don't want to. They don't want to be that transparent.
But,
Perhaps.
but that's the point. Then why would they do
I
this?
think this is different because it was actually it's not their. I mean, it's their property, but I mean, like, it started out on television.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I think it's them kind of just proving, like, hey, like,
I mean,
need to be on television in order to get the same numbers.
they go out and spend a shitload of money so they can get Dave Chappelle comedy specials and all these comedy specials, and obviously they do well enough to where they're not gun shy about continuing to do things like that. But if they really did big fucking numbers, they would be out here telling us. I really believe that. It's like, I think it's very similar to like in the video games spectrum right now. Like, Microsoft doesn't talk about how much they sell or how many consoles they're selling because they're not doing poorly, but they're not doing what Sony's doing. They're not doing what anybody else is doing. So why even bring attention to ourselves if our numbers aren't astronomical? And I really do think Netflix is like that too. It's like shit does well because, like I said, they wouldn't be putting money into, you know, more seasons of Glow and more comedy specials and, you know, things like that if they weren't doing well. But nothing is. I guarantee. I would like to know what before this, what had the most views. Because I guarantee you nothing has as many views as this on that service. Even like combined seasons of TV shows.
Yeah, that's just something you would have to look up. And maybe I'll put it in post here if there's something bigger than this.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Where's Bryce to fact check us? Because he
I know
you
Bryce
know
is
I'm
a
not
fact
going to do
checker.
it.
Cheesy will fact check us.
But yeah, I think that's really cool. That's a fucking
great.
huge
That's
number,
great, yeah.
man.
That's exactly.
That's insane.
So
Maybe they have a server farm where they just keep hitting.
refresh.
Yeah, refresh. That's pretty nuts. I'm glad. Also, I didn't watch the review because I figured you guys would get into spoilers.
We did, yeah.
I'm glad you guys liked it. Bryce seemed to be like super high on it. He was telling me like how much he liked it. So
It's like, I'm not saying this as a bad thing, and I'm pretty sure I said this in the review too. But like, it's something like, did we need it? Probably not.
Mm-hmm. But
because we have it, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, you know, because he's a fantastic director and writer. So
yeah.
I
feel that way about The Last of Us Part 2. Do I need it? No.
Exactly.
No.
It's Last of Us Part 2.
Do I want it? No. Am I going to play it? Fuck yeah. Like, yeah.
Well, I want it. I mean, I would take this because it's Vince Gilligan. But again,
exactly.
Neil Druckmann
Yes.
and them are still doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah. It's kind of like, you get what we're saying.
Yeah. That's really cool, man. I'm glad it did so
them.
well. I know fans really wanted more, not necessarily more Breaking Bad, but I know a lot of fans, like, I know people really like Better Call Saul, and they just want more in that universe. So it's really cool that they were like, hey, we got a movie for you. Oh, it's out right now. Like, it felt like this kind of was bubbling and then was like, here it is. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not out of nowhere, but almost as close to out of nowhere as you can be with something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have a new story here, or another story here, where it says, it's been updated though. Gizmodo saying Disney Plus won't let users download content after it leaves the platform.
Right. But if you download it before it leaves the platform, you can still watch it. That's the update. But here's the thing.
Well, yeah, it says here, if you're a subscriber, you can download the content and put it on your device.
Mm-hmm.
And it will stay on the device as long as you are continuing to subscribe.
Yes. That's cool that they have a download service. I think that's great. Here's why I wanted to bring this story up. Because it's my turn to rant about...
Oh, you put this here?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Bryce did.
No, I did. It's my turn to yell about Disney again. Theoretically, everything that's going to be on Disney Plus, they own. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why they bought Fox. That's why they went through all this shit to buy other studios so they could have all this content. They could own content for their service. Unless they're going to be doing special deals with third parties of content they don't own, nothing should ever fucking leave this service. Because they own it all.
Oh, I see what
There's
you're
no
saying.
licensing agreement they have to sign.
I get what
They
you're saying.
own it.
So you're talking about like, okay,
Netflix.
here's Ant-Man, right?
Right,
And
okay.
we download it, blah, blah, and then like, oh, Ant-Man's
Ant-Man's not
Disney
on
Plus.
anymore. No.
Yeah, they can't. That's stupid. That
Do
they
not
do that.
arbitrarily do this fucking vault bullshit that they're doing with Fox movies now, by the way. I don't know if you
heard. I did see that. Yeah.
So fuck Disney for that,
They
by
want to
the
throw
way.
some stuff into the vault, they say, yeah.
This stupid, phony, arbitrary vault bullshit. If they're going to pull that with their digital streaming platform, then I'm way fucking out. I found out that movie Brink is going to be on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So I told Alexis we might have to get it for a month just so we could watch Brink like 50 times and then cancel. But like, all joking aside, I probably would have ended up subscribing to this anyway because my kids love Disney stuff. I'm a huge fan of Disney movies, but this is fucking bullshit. They're not saying that stuff's going to leave their service. I understand that. They're saying,
leaving, it's
hey,
just in their vault.
if anything ever might, should, could, I don't know, leave our service, if you've downloaded it with our service, you can still watch it. And that's fine. I think that's cool that that's an option. But nothing should ever leave this service because they fucking own it all.
Yeah.
There's no third party to have to deal with.
Yeah. It's understandable when Netflix does it because they don't own it.
Right.
So their contract expired, like The Office. By the December, it's gone.
Yeah.
Or after December, it's
And
gone.
Amazon.
And it makes sense because it belongs to NBC.
Amazon Prime streaming, that happens there too. Hulu, I'm pretty sure that happens there too, where things come and go. Like, I get that. I totally fucking get that with them because they don't, with the exception of Hulu, they do own some of those properties, and those properties don't seem to leave. The ones that the parent company owns. But like, Yeah, unless they're gonna sign a deal with like Warner Brothers and be like, "Hey, Warner Brothers, we want to exclusively have streaming rights to your movies." Cool, but
that
you
makes
can,
sense if they pull.
but you can
movies
only
out.
have it for a year at a time, and then we'll renegotiate to see after. That I would understand that, but out of the gate, this shouldn't have even been a statement that had to come out, because I never thought I would have a problem with like, oh, fucking Halloween Town Part 3. No, it's not a good movie, but my kid likes it. So she should be able to watch it and not have to worry about it leaving a service that they fucking own.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, man. Like,
Cheesy here says, I get what you mean, Mike, but what if someone like, I don't know, let's say HBO is like, hey, we want this movie on our thing for exclusive time things. And Disney's like, sure, XXX amount of time. And you'll get it for the next couple of months. And then he says true.
Yeah.
So I think it's
that's
saying the same
okay.
thing, yeah.
That's a possibility. And not that I didn't think of that, but yes, but the whole reason that they started this service, Cheesy, is because they don't want to play nice with HBO.
They want it all for themselves. Yeah.
Like they weren't putting stuff on Netflix. Originally, this whole thing started going back almost 10 years ago now, because originally they didn't want to do business with Netflix because they weren't going to get the kind of cut that they thought they deserved from Netflix. But Disney signed a deal with Starz, the movie channel Starz. Then Netflix made a deal with Starz. So Disney movies were still on Netflix, and Disney was asked out. That's what started this, is that Disney didn't want to play nice with any other service. And they were trying to, okay, Starz, you can have this movie, and this company can have this movie. But now this is their own service. So they shouldn't have to make any outside deals with any other service, because they have it. Unless somebody's going to back up $100 billion. But even still, at that point, I think if it's a big movie, if, like say it's a Marvel movie or a big Pixar movie that another service wants, they would lose subscribers if that movie wasn't on their service. They really would. And like it's happening with Netflix. This is like the first time that they've had a huge regression of subscribers over their last quarter to quarter. And it's already happening. People are getting tired of streaming services because you're already paying more now than you were ever paying for cable. If you want everything. And
the same structure just online.
We're in the same problem that we were in,
the 80s,
10 years ago when this whole cord cutting initiative started. So it wouldn't make any sense for Disney to license out their properties to another streaming service unless it was going to be a boatload of money, in which case they're going to alienate their audience, which is what they don't want to do.
Yeah, cheesy. I only like Stars After Dark.
Oh, man. But yeah, like, so that's the thing. I totally see what you're saying, though. Like, that's a possibility, but it should never happen. That's the reason we have Disney Plus, is because they didn't want to do that to begin with.
Yeah. That's an interesting turn.
I mean, downloading, having the option to download things so you can watch them offline because you're a subscriber, that's great. That's awesome. Netflix does that. That's cool.
Hulu just started that.
Yeah, Hulu started doing it. I think you can Can you do that with Amazon?
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've downloaded.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I recently downloaded some episodes of Suits.
Cool. So that's an option, and it would almost be like, this shouldn't be news. This shouldn't be a news story unless it was Disney not allowing you to download things offsite or to watch offsite. Yeah. But yeah, this whole thing is like, oh, well, if things leave the service, don't worry, you can still watch it if you download it. That shouldn't have even been a sentence in this fucking statement. That nothing of theirs should leave that service.
Cheesy, I agree, but money motivates. Yeah, know what I mean. Like, some Disney movies probably have more rewatch value than X company can offer an amount for X movie. And Disney, being giant and greedy, is going to be like, sure.
Someone needs to stop Disney. I've been saying it for years now. When they bought...
All they need is a Soul Stone.
When they bought Lucas, I was like, this is too fucking much, you guys. When they bought Marvel, I was like, this is way too fucking much. They were trying to buy DC at a point. Like, that... And them now owning Fox Studios, and then...
But there are... FCC regulations and stuff that will prevent them from owning everything.
But those should have already come into play. It's already too much.
True.
It's already too much.
That's why when people like keep saying, "Oh, Disney should just buy Sony," you know, or the movie department or whatever, you know, that's something they'd have to tread lightly on because they're getting to that point where, like, okay, you know, those rules can come into play at any moment now because
is Spider-Man worth it? Like, that's what they have to think about. Is Spider-Man worth possibly not being able to acquire anything else?
Yeah.
We're going to buy this entire studio for this one property, essentially. Is that worth it? No, it's fucking not.
So, but yeah, it's something that very little people have talked about that there are rules like that. I learned this from Cord Cutters, a podcast I listened to, which totally, like, I didn't know about this. It was like the reason they put it in place was for, because they didn't want the government in control of their television.
Yeah.
So they put these rules in so that... Restrictions.
Yeah.
That companies can't do that same thing, which is buy every property so they can be the owner of everything.
No monopolies. You can't
there you
have
go.
a monopoly. Yeah.
So, I don't know how far it's going to take before something gets in motion for that because Disney does own a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Bought a lot of shit.
It's insane, man. They've got to be stopped. Like.
So, it's going to be interesting if they try anything like that again.
That being said, dude, Brink is going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Fucking love that movie, man. God, that movie's so dumb. I love it.
Anyways, we got some trailers to watch.
The dad in Brink is from the Police Academy movies.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, man. I can't even remember it.
Speaking of which, I've been watching the old Police Academy movies this week.
I saw you put that on Discord, yeah.
Okay,
so we got some trailers. First trailer, headphones. First trailer is called Antrium. This is a found footage horror movie. I bought this specifically because I totally forgot Bryce was not going to be on here.
Oh.
But I bet you like horror too, so...
Yeah.
I saw this. I heard about this on Slash Film. So, I don't know. It sounded interesting. But anyways, let's give this a watch.
Do it. There's nothing creepier than wind noise.
Well, young children laughing in the background. Gonna give like a Blair Witch vibe. A copy has been found.
This is the forest where the devil landed when he was cast out of heaven. And at that spot, we'll find the entrance to hell. The Antrium. The deeper we dig, the more the forest around us becomes darker. And with each layer that we pass, deeper in hell we'll be.
That looks interesting.
Wow.
You gonna watch that alone with the lights off?
No, not alone with the lights off.
That looks good.
So, holy shit, that actually does look really good. Okay, so the plot: a young boy and a girl enter the forest to dig a hole to hell. Set to be a cursed film from the late 1970s. Antrium examines the horrifying power of storytelling. So yeah, like it does kind of give off that Blair Witch type of vibe. Found footage. We haven't had a good... I feel like it's been a while since we got a pretty good found footage movie.
Okay, so I always bring these up because I know I'm in the minority, but I really enjoy them.
I know you don't like them.
No, I do.
Oh, you do? I thought you didn't like them.
The Devil Inside is an awesome found footage horror movie. and Apollo 18, I think it's called. That
Yeah. It's on Netflix too right now.
Apollo 18?
The one that you're talking about. Yeah. I don't remember watching that one. I gotta check that out. But yeah, so the release date for this is September 26, 2019.
Yeah. Apollo 18. That's what it is called.
It released September 26, 2019 at the Philadelphia Unnamed Film Festival.
And yes, it is on Netflix. You were correct, Sarah.
It was 18?
Apollo 18, yeah.
Okay.
I like those a lot, and they're found footage horror movies as well.
There's no. I still don't think there's an official date for this, because I know the article I found this on said that it was in the festival circuit. But let me go to the IMDb really quick.
Okay.
It says November 12th, 2019.
November 12th.
Okay, so there we go.
In theaters, or is this going to be a streaming service thing?
Doesn't say.
Huh.
But it looks like this was both written and directed by David Amito.
Okay.
Let's see what he's done.
What production company is it? Anyway.
I don't know. Well, I guess it depends on who buys it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I don't know any of these other movies he's done. This looks good.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of, don't you?
What?
A little movie I posted about on Twitter called The Gate. That's streaming on
right,
Amazon Prime Instant Streaming.
Yeah.
The Gate. You should go watch it. It's fucking awesome. It still holds up. And there's one scene in particular that destroys me every time. Every time. But I don't want to say what it is in case, somebody decides, Cheesy or Wolf decides they want to go watch it. But The Gate is amazing. And you should go watch it. This trailer looks really cool. I want to see this. I definitely want to see this.
Especially when it gives that 1970s look with the 16 8mm look.
Yeah.
Like that looks really good. Also gives it that authenticity.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I hear you.
Of creepiness, especially when you have two children trying to find fucking Satan.
Yep. Trying to go to hell.
Yes, exactly. I'm in for this 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah. Brian, so 16. Yo, what is up, sir?
What's going on, Brian?
I will be seeing you later today.
Oh, that sounds sexy. Y'all nasty.
All right. Next trailer.
Hey, Brian, you want to ditch Rick and come to a Halloween party tonight? Anyway, next trailer.
Ditch Rick. Okay. All right. Next trailer is for a movie called Antlers by Fox Searchlight. Another one I believe I found through Slash Film.
Okay.
So I brought this in because it has Jesse Plemons, who's in Breaking Bad. Though they called Meth Damon.
Okay.
And it also has Kerry Russell. So
Kerry Russell?
Yeah.
Really? All right.
So let's give this a watch.
Fucking Felicity herself.
Yep.
Let's go. Here we go.
God, I hate skunks.
Don't do it.
But don't kill it.
Don't do it, motherfucker.
Just gonna have to deal with 3 of them. Oh.
You say it's called Antlers? Is this a sequel to Tusk? totally Moose Jaws. This is
David-
totally the movie that Kevin Smith was gonna make. David who?
David S. Goyer.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit. That looks... I know, it totally is. Moose Jaws.
Yep.
Oh, man. So this is directed by Scott Cooper, but it looks like Guillermo del Toro is producing it along with David Goyer, who did the Batman movies. The Bale Batman movies.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I was like, why is that name familiar? What has he produced? Okay.
As well as J. Miles Dale. I'm not familiar with his name, but yeah. So I just want to double check. Yeah, the Batman movie. That was right. Okay. Yeah. That looks creepy.
Yeah.
But I mean, with something produced by Guillermo del Toro,
yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Because that guy knows how to create shit. I'm in for this. I was scared for a second because there wasn't no voice, no words. Because I thought maybe the it was supposed to be silent. So it kind of gives you the showing, not telling. Yeah. Which I think is great, especially if you can do it well like this trailer. Yeah. The only thing is, like, they shouldn't have showed even a glimpse of it. They shouldn't have done that, in my opinion.
A shadow, maybe, but not that whole sequence.
Yeah, because it leaves more to the imagination.
Yep.
But with trailers today, they want to pull you in somehow, so they...
The trailer for Antlers starts now. Like, I hate that shit, man. Ugh.
So yeah, Scott Cooper.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Like he directed Crazy Heart. Didn't see that one. Hostiles. Didn't see that. I heard that was really good though. Out of the Furnace. I didn't see that either. Black Mass. Didn't see that one either. Mm-hmm. That was with Johnny Depp, I believe, too. If I remember correctly. Yeah. So, it looks good. It looks creepy. We got 2 creepy trailers today.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I didn't really know what to expect with this one.
I have a couple things to say. It looks cool. I'm done talking about this now. So as far as trailer reactions, yeah, I'm gonna see it. It looks really cool.
Okay, yeah, definitely, me too.
But this is the second movie that's being made or been made that I basically heard Kevin Smith do a pitch for. He wanted to make a movie about Krampus.
That's true, yeah.
And he pitched it to Gene Simmons because Gene Simmons had a small movie production company that they were just going to do horror movies.
You're right.
And Gene Simmons said, yeah, let's do it. And then wanted to change everything about it and not call it Krampus and call it something else. Cut to, like, 2 years later, a fucking Krampus movie came out.
Yeah.
Now, here we are. I've heard Kevin Smith endlessly talk about making Moose Jaws. And he's not doing that now, obviously. But here's fucking Moose Jaws.
Well, I think this is kind of more like a reindeer. I think it's antlers.
Listen. Mooses have antlers?
I know.
Okay.
But when you see, like, because they showed it.
Listen,
like, they look
Rick.
like antlers.
It's a conspiracy, okay? You gotta play along, bro. They're fucking dogging our boy Kevin Smith over here. Nah, we're not making that shit. Let's go make that shit. That's what, you know?
What happened, Kevin?
Yeah.
Shit. Where's Moose Jaws?
Okay. Speaking of Kevin Smith, are you gonna go do the roadshow thing? Are you gonna go?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Me and Bryce are going in December.
In December, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I know that they were doing.
Yeah,
I was thinking
events.
about buying tickets for the Fathom events thing, but that's already passed. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I've been actually hearing good things.
I know, but the trailer looked like shit.
Trailer was all right.
No, it was not all right.
It was all
the
right.
trailer was it was not all right.
I'm not saying it was great or fantastic. I'm just saying it was all right.
Listen. I'm not turning on Kevin Smith. I loved Clerks 2. I know that's really divisive.
Awesome. Clerks 2 is great.
It is great. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know Red State did well for what it is, but a lot of people were like, Red State. That's a good-ass movie.
Good.
You know, it's 10 years old almost already? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Tusk came out, and we really, really enjoyed that movie because of its absurdity, and the performances were so good. Like, so I did not see fucking Yoga Hosers, because when I saw the trailer for that, I was like, this looks like shit. But I kept that to myself because why am I gonna come out here and be like, yeah, it looks like shit? You know, like it's because it's rude, and I don't like. I don't like being negative, especially about writers, directors, actors, actresses I like.
Because they pour their heart out into their movies.
Yeah, and again, I saw Clerks on VHS when it came out, and like I felt like I found something for me. Like that. It's that.
I rented it.
Yeah,
on VHS.
Yeah. Like it felt like because I hadn't heard anything about it at this point when I rented it and saw it, but like I felt like I found something. I felt like I stumbled on something that was like made for me, and ever since then have been like, I love Kevin Smith's stuff. I will watch anything he does. But Yoga Hosers just did not look good. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to, whatever. He wanted to make a movie for his daughter to star in and make a vehicle for her and her best friend. Like, dude, you've earned that. Go ahead and fucking do that, man. But I don't know, dude. The trailer for a reboot, it just...
It's intentionally made bad, so when you go see it, you're like, holy shit.
I got ugly vibes of that Dumb and Dumber sequel. Because the initial trailer, there's funny stuff in it, but then the more I saw of that movie, I was like, this looks like shit.
I do have to say that beginning of that trailer was kind of cringy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've done that before. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. But I'm still gonna see it. Yeah. Like, I'll see this. I think
if maybe we're just better in context. Oof. I mean, it is a trailer.
Yeah.
Everything's better with context.
I love that Saban is the production or the distribution company.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
That's Power Rangers, man. That's
the same Saban.
So I thought that was cool, but
yeah. I'm still excited to go see it.
I hope it's good. I really want to see it, but
dude, like Kevin Smith, which he has, I could see him talk for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'd be down for that. Which he definitely would talk for more than an hour and a half. What am I saying?
I don't know. I'm still bummed that we haven't got Hit Somebody because that seemed really fun. And I'm still bummed that we didn't get the Clerks 3 that he wanted to make 5 years ago.
You know what I kind of wish is that he at least kind of released the script so we can at least read it.
Yeah.
Because I would admire.
I want to know what he wrote that is completely different now because of his whole heart attack situation. Like, that's what he's been talking about in interviews. Like,
I mean, we don't know, but ballpark is I bet he killed Randall.
No.
Or Dante. One of them
It's Dante, not Randall. Because the sadness is that Randall can't exist without Dante.
Yeah, that's true. That makes more sense.
That's the story.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Kevin Smith, come on our show. Let's talk.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, I want to know. I got to know. Like, don't come on.
Really didn't even have to be on there.
Yeah, let's talk about it, bro. But I remember hearing Brian Johnson talk about how he read it, and he said, this is the best thing Kevin's ever written. This is this is going to be an amazing fucking movie. And like Brian Quinn saying the same thing. He's like, I was skeptical about Tusk and skeptical about Red State, and those ended up being good, but this script is just fucking amazing. Like, I want to know what was so amazing.
Yeah, I tried going online to see if the script was out there, but no.
I'm honestly scared for what Clerks 3 is going to be now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think it's there at one point or another. I'm sure. I think it's gonna get released somehow.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because Superman Forever script is out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, I definitely still want to see Jay and Silent Bob reboot, but I don't know, man. It's weird. It didn't look good in the trailer, and I hope that's just the trailer that doesn't look good. So and I thought maybe this type of Kevin Smith movie just isn't for me anymore. But I went back and I watched the trailers for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and like that shit like still feels good and holds up. Like trailers for Dogma, trailers for Mallrats, trailers for all the movies of his I love that are in this style still hold up. But this trailer just like already feels dated and antiquated, and the movie's not even out yet. So we'll see. Also, Daybreak is out.
Daybreak?
Yeah, the Ferris Bueller and the Apocalypse thing with Matthew Broderick
as
the
is
principal.
out.
That's out. So is My Name is Dolomite
Yeah, I saw that trending on
yesterday.
Twitter. Yeah.
Apparently, it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
The trailer looked good. We talked about.
Great,
I wanted to watch it, and you guys watched it without me, and I didn't know because I'm an asshole and didn't watch the show that week. But yeah, so it's getting good reviews, which makes me very happy because I love Eddie Murphy, and I know a lot of people were down on the movie, but I really liked Tower Heist because that was like a return to form, if you will. Right. Even though I like his other shit. I'm not somebody that, again, I don't turn my back on people because they make stuff that the majority doesn't like. I like The Adventures of Pluto Nash, so fuck y'all. I liked Spy with him and Owen Wilson or whatever. I think it was just called Spy.
Spy, yeah.
That's a good-ass movie.
I remember I liked the trailer for that. I wanted to see it,
it's
but
a good movie. You should watch it. You should watch it.
Because like when he's trying to give him, like in the trailer, he tries to tell him words to like, what is he trying to seduce someone?
Yeah. But I like that, and I really liked Tower Heist with him and Ben Stiller. I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Alan Alda's in that too. It's a really good cast, man. So I'm really excited. Casey Affleck's in that too. But I'm really excited to watch My Name is Dolomite. I might watch that sometime this week so we can talk about it next week. Yeah, I know Bryce is excited to see it too.
I know Bryce wants to see it too, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he brought it to the show.
Yeah.
All right, so I have nothing else to watch. I have something to complain about.
Go for it.
Nickelodeon. I was trying to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark part, the second part, but apparently you have to watch it on the app, which I think is stupid. Like I can't even stream it from I can't connect my computer to the TV to watch it that way. I have to watch it through the app. Like I don't want to watch it on my little fucking phone.
Screencast, Chromecast it.
There's no Chromecast option.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So get on that Nickelodeon. That's it. I'm done with that.
Well, Disney did that when Girl Meets World came back originally. Remember they had the first 3 episodes that you could only watch on the Watch Disney app.
You're right. Yeah.
It's not new, bro.
No, but I was able to watch it too on the web browser.
Well, that's because it was before. This wasn't that long ago, but apps were not as ubiquitous. Streaming apps were not as ubiquitous as they are now when they did that. So they had to offer it on their website too. But now it's like everybody's got a fucking app device, dude. Like, you're the one that's old now.
Yeah. I was thinking I know I've mentioned this many times about getting an Amazon tablet, but I saw that they're releasing a new tablet 10-inch one. Yeah. So, and it's redesigned too. Mm-hmm. It looks a lot better than the last one. Yep. So probably maybe get that.
So I have the 2014 Kindle 10. And I use that to watch YouTube. That's where I watch most of my stuff now. The only thing that's stopping
me... It has the Hulu app, too?
Yeah, it's got all of that. The only thing stopping me from getting this new one is that the main reason I was using it was for watching the WWE Network on it. But now it doesn't... The WWE Network isn't on the Amazon store anymore. It's not supported because they changed servers and services, and so it's completely different now. So it's kind of shitty that it's not offered on the Amazon store anymore. But I still watch a lot of Netflix and YouTube and other shit, so I might grab that new one when it's $149.
And if you wait a little bit, it's going to go down in price, especially with Black Friday.
Wait till Black Friday.
Yeah. And their Black Friday apparently is going to be starting November 1st.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is crazy. I mean, not everything is going to be, but certain sales.
I got mine on Black Friday, and it had just come out earlier that month because that's when they did their refreshes, and I got it for $100 and not $150 because it was like, hey, get the new Kindle 10 for $100. Like, yeah. So I might end up doing that again this year.
The sales are out there. You just gotta look.
Yep. But yeah.
Anyways, Cheesy just threw at us. Did you guys get your free Google speaker from Spotify? I don't have Spotify.
I don't have Spotify. I thought you had Spotify. No, you have Google Music.
I have Google Music, yeah. You have to ask Bryce on that
one. Fuck Spotify.
I think it's by.
No,
I'm down with that too. I don't like Spotify. I like Pandora. I understand and I get the love for Spotify.
Oh, for sure.
But it's just a little too much. Sometimes I just want to hit Pandora and let whatever come my way.
Yeah. If I could get, because I have Amazon Unlimited.
Yeah, you have that.
Because I have a Prime account, it's only $7 instead of the $10 or whatever. If I could get Spotify for $7 instead of $10, I'd switch back to Spotify. I had a Spotify, I had a Spotify account for a while. And it's crazy, especially now that Spotify is basically, It's not just
Oh.
your podcast catcher. It's everything now.
Speaking of Spotify, actually, good point to bring that up, Cheesy. Spotify bought Anchor.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we just got. I saw the email today.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it came in like a few days
Are they
ago.
changing
but,
anything about Anchor?
It didn't really say much. It just said that there was an update to the terms of service because it's Spotify's now.
It's weird. I didn't get that. I have an Anchor thing. I haven't used.
Well, it's in the some shit we like at gmail.com if you guys want to email us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant personally. You
no.
Because you have a
I do have
personal
my own
Anchor thing
personal
also.
Anchor, yeah. But I haven't updated
I do
that.
too, but I've never used it. I had these grand aspirations of doing it, but
Yeah, but yeah, it's under Spotify now. So that's pretty
crazy. That's pretty cool.
Cool. No, I have not listened to the new Kanye album.
I haven't either. I'm considering it, but I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways.
I don't know. Here's what okay, real quick before we get to games. I'm glad Cheesy brought that up. I know this is old news here, but
Oh, bless your ears.
I watched the Hip Hop DX YouTube channel, and while Merce was doing the breakdown, and he did his like favorite albums of 2018, and he does not like Drake. He's not a fan of Drake at all. But his number one album of 2018 was Drake's album that came out in 2018. So I was like, man, fuck you, Merce. Now I got to listen to a Drake album? So I listened to it. I listened to the first disc because I don't like when Drake does the R&B stuff. I don't think it fits. So like one disc is all hip hop, one disc is R&B stuff. That disc one is really fucking good, and I don't like Drake. So
Yeah.
I only like random Kanye stuff here and there. So I don't know if I'll really get around to this, but I did end up listening to Dark Twisted Fantasy way late, like 5 years after that album came out, and I understood the hype about it. Because like, there's no way that album's that good. But then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, that's a really fucking good album. But I haven't liked anything of his since then. So I don't know. I'll check it out, Cheesy. I'll check it out. You like it though? If you like it, maybe I'll give it a shot. I'm still waiting for Joyner to stop fucking around and put out his full album and not just stop dropping singles from it. Joyner Lucas. You don't even know. No idea what I'm talking about.
No idea what you're talking about.
Cheesy, can you come on the show and we talk about hip hop? Like, I'll even let you talk about the shitty
I'm
hip
not
hop you
with
like.
it.
But yeah.
And they changed what it was.
I was with it once. But yeah. Okay.
All right. Video Juegos.
Yeah.
I put this one in there.
Okay.
So yay me for putting video game news.
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2 delayed to spring. Is that shocking?
Here's what I want to say. I think it's hilarious that when you finally put a news story in video games, it is the most non-news news story to fucking exist.
Let me have my moment.
Yes, not because I expected The Last of Us Part 2 to be delayed. I didn't expect that. But because I think we can all agree here, we're all friends here. I think we can all agree that we trust Naughty Dog.
Oh yeah.
And if they feel like they need a couple extra months, this is not. I don't feel like this is going to be one of those things that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Like that one game everyone always keeps talking about.
Neil Druckmann he posted a thing and said, "Hey, I know we just had our big blowout. And I know we just announced this date for February, but we don't feel that we can get this game to a Naughty Dog level of polish by February. May is way more doable. So without having to kill our staff and kill ourselves, we want this game to be perfect, and we feel like we need this time." So he was very transparent about it. I also feel like the delay has to do with how crowded February and March are.
I've heard that too. I've heard that because February is kind of crowded, and they want to find a place where it's not so crowded.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a PlayStation exclusive, is coming out in April, and you don't want to fucking cannibalize that. Even though it's not the same audience, but it is a PlayStation exclusive, so you don't want two big fucking games like that coming out right around each other.
Want to do that.
Also, I hope that this doesn't push everything back, because Ghost of Tsushima is supposed to be coming out in 2020 before PS5. There's some other stuff I can't even think about it right now, but there's other stuff that's supposed to come out. I hope all that stuff doesn't get pushed back too, just so they have their own launch windows. I understand if they do that, but I hope not. But yeah, I thought it was funny when I saw you put this.
So yeah, Last of Us 2 it was announced for February 21st, 2020. And as we said, there was an update later confirming, Naughty Dog confirms on their blog that The Last of Us 2 will now be out on May 29th of 2020.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine, because as we said, it's like, do we need it? No. Are we happy to have it? Hell yeah.
Here's what I want to say.
So it's fine that they take their time. I almost kind of feel kind of shifting to just slight, maybe not. Like, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I feel like now gamers are more towards to like, oh, you want to delay it to fix this? Good. Go ahead, take your time.
Like a lot of people say, and I say it too.
That, but
no, it just definitely changing.
I feel like people, like the audience is more understanding now than they were before.
Yeah, because they don't want hot piles of shit to come out.
Exactly.
Delays have never made games worse. So if you've played a game that you thought was bad and it was delayed, imagine how bad it was before it got delayed.
That's true.
Delays don't make games worse. That's just not a thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, looks like Cheesy says that man also has Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
And then,
Fuck.
look at EA with Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm.
Up to that point, if they push back these games, these games might just be held to the PS5, which is what I'm scared for.
I don't think they'll be held to
I don't
where
think they're
they're
going to be held that back, no. And besides, I think the architecture that they built it on was for the PS4.
Well, but the PlayStation 5 is going to be very similar. The architecture is going to be the same.
Same as the
better.
PS4?
Just better.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that I didn't know. Because I know they're going to be running AMDs. I don't know if these are AMDs.
Yes, they're AMDs.
Oh, they are? Okay,
Yep.
I didn't know that.
The thing about that is, I think Sony is smart enough to where you'll be able to play these games on your PS5, but you're not going to have to buy a PS5 version of the game. You're going to put in your PS4 disc of The Last of Us 2.
Well, it's supposed to be cross-compatible, right?
Right, but similar to the way it is with the PlayStation 4 Pro, you put some games in that, and it says, hey, you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, do you want to have the better graphics or the better frame rate, or do you want better performance? I think you're going to put a PS4 disc into PS5s, especially these exclusives, and it's going to do the same things. It's going to go, hey, guess what? Your game's going to look better now. Check this shit out. But yeah, especially since everything is way more PC-centric now, especially the way these consoles are built, and games that are made on PC are made for a wide variety of hardware. I think that's where this is going. I don't think they're going to be held back to be, quote, PS5 games.
I don't think so either, yeah.
If they are held back to be too closer to the PS5 launch, that will kind of worry me about the launch titles for the PS5. But at the same time, like, you have The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima and
Kojima's.
That's coming out next fucking week. Holy shit, man.
Death
I was going to
Stranding.
bring that up. Death Stranding, like, you're going to have all these games that are coming out, like Doom and like all these games that you can just bring forward to your PS5. Launch lineups are less important now because of that. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Are you getting it? Are you getting Death Stranding?
No.
No? Why not?
I'm going to wait and see.
Oh my god, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You realize the things you didn't like about MGS5 were Konami things and not Kojima things, right?
No, yeah, I know that.
Okay.
No, I totally know the difference.
Okay.
I was just like the trailers we got didn't really give us much. So like I guess a little bit now we kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the story still has not pulled me in.
Did you ever know what was going on before you started a Metal Gear game? No.
True. I had an idea. The better idea, I think, now with that than I do with this.
Okay, fair point.
Bryant So in the chat says he pre-ordered Death Stranding.
Yeah.
That's
funny because like Bryant doesn't play a lot of games anymore, really, but he's gonna fucking play a Kojima game.
Oh yeah.
He beat Metal Gear Solid 4 before Bryce did, and Bryant doesn't play a lot of games.
Damn.
Yeah, he finished it before Bryce. I know that's an old ass game, but that's just.
Brian, were you big on the Metal Gears? Like, did you play the earlier ones before that? Like the Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3? I feel like I've never really talked video games with Brian.
Yeah.
But, hell yeah. Okay, great.
But yeah, I'm not. So here's the thing. I'm not.
It's the only thing that PS5 just wanted since Killzone 5 and Sly Cooper 5.
I'm not buying Death Stranding out of the gate because I have my GameFly account back right now.
You're gonna GameFly it?
So I'm gonna GameFly it. Yeah. Speaking of GameFly, I played about half of Rage 2 that came out way earlier this year. And man, was that a Mad Max game before the Mad Max lawsuits happened and then they threw the Rage name on it. Like, even the writing is like an 80s style action movie. At first, I hated it. It opens with this really linear piece where it's teaching you all this tutorial level, essentially. But it was really nice. Like, it looked nice. It felt great. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. It's got a cool, like, intro to the story. And then it opens up and it's an open world. And I was like, ugh. And then I was driving to a point of interest because it's got vehicles. And the vehicle is really cool. It's got an AI that talks to you. And it's pretty funny. Like, you have guns on it, but the guns can overheat. And it's a female voice, and it goes, "Oh, slow down, killer! I'm too hot right now." Like, it's funny. It's written like that, like an '80s action movie like that. So that's the tone. So I drove to like a waypoint that I'd set because that's the way I thought I had to go. And then I get there, and like I couldn't figure out where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do. But I'm standing literally on top of this waypoint, and then there's these sentry towers that are firing at me, and I was like, okay, I'll just knock out the sentry tower. And then I couldn't because I didn't have enough ammo for my car and my gun and all that, and I was like, man, fuck this game. And I turned it off because it was pissing me off and it was late at night, and I was like, man, this is fucking stupid. I see why people hate this fucking game. If it just didn't have the open world shit, this game would probably be really cool. Then the next day I came back, cooled off, played it, and looked at the map and realized that there's difficulty markers on all of these little missions. So there's like from like 1 to 10 on the difficulty rating. And if you don't have your upgrades, you better not go try and do these things. But like the closest things to me to do were super difficult things, like 8s, 9s, and 10s in the difficulty rating. Mm. Which I thought was super counterintuitive to get anybody to want to play a game, because you're going to stop at the closest thing to you and try to do the thing there. Like, it just doesn't make sense to have that be, the hardest thing to do right out of the gate.
Talking Rage 2.
Yes, Rage 2. But I like the story. I like the characters. I like the writing. And now that I went in and I realized that's got the difficulty ratings and stuff like that, and I've done some upgrades, and it's really fun. It's really... Like, if this was not a $60 game...
That looks kind of Mad Max-ish.
So the developers that made this made that Mad Max game that came out in 2015 that I said that I was raving about.
I remember you talking about that.
And I really feel like they were making a Mad Max game, and then that lawsuit stuff happened over the IP, and they got the IP pulled, and nobody's making anything Mad Max right now because that lawsuit still isn't settled. And I feel like since Bethesda was like, "Hey, we got a property. Look at it. Yeah, it looks like a Mad Max game." But I'm having a lot of... I was having a lot of fun with it. I sent it back. Now, again, this is not a review of the game because I haven't finished the game. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I played enough to get a sense of what this game is. And I plan on getting it back and finishing it before we do our Game of the Year stuff this year to see if this even rates or makes a top 5 or a top 10. But I've played some fucking bangers this year, man. So I don't know if this is going to outdo them. But I think this is a game you would have fun with, Rick, because it's a first-person shooter. You get to blow shit up. It's got fun weapons. It's got really cool base camps to take over. So it's got a lot of enemies that want to come at you and to kill and mindlessly kill. And then you get story after that. So it's pretty cool. But I will say the progression system feels fucking antiquated as all hell. Because it's like, hey, go meet this person and talk to them. And it's like, okay, so I want to talk to this person. Hey, I need you to do this. And they give you this long fucking checklist of things to do. And it's all like based around the mechanics. Hey, go win some races in your car. hey, go kill some people in this arena battles area. Hey, go take over some outposts. And like, it's one of these games where it's like, you have to do all this shit before we give you a little bit more of the story. Whereas like games now would be giving you story as you're doing all of that shit. So it's like a lot of radio silence until you actually go back and talk to them when you've completed their tasks. So I just feel like it's kind of antiquated in that sense. But
it's still fun.
It's fun, yeah. It feels great. The shooting feels great, man. The car, it was difficult to go to the vehicles in this game after playing so much Borderlands. Because Borderlands, the vehicles are on the triggers. Not the triggers, the thumbsticks. Okay. Left stick for gas and brake, right stick for turning.
Oh, that's weird.
Like a Warthog in Halo. You never played Halo.
I never played Halo.
Except for that little bit we played here, which you had to have me drive because you couldn't figure it out. So that's how you do the driving in Borderlands, because there's weapons on the cars, so you need the triggers for the weapons. In this game, it's traditional car. It's right trigger gas, left trigger brake. But there's also guns on the car. So it's weird. It was weird, but I finally figured it out, and I was able to go back and forth without being confused. But I really like it. Like I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make my top 5, but this could creep in a top 10 list.
Honorable mention.
And I've played a lot of games this year, so I might have to do a top 10 list this year. I always threaten you guys with doing a top 10. For me, not for you, but I might have to do a top 10 list this year.
Just like for the sake, like our top 5.
Yeah.
Just gonna be games that we played for this year, and they don't have to necessarily come out this year. So
well,
just a heads up.
So yeah,
because I haven't played anything that came out this year.
It's the show.
Except the show.
Here's the rule that Bryce and I think you're in this. Yeah, I think it was in the Some Shit We Like Voxer chat. Here's the rule we're going with now. Yes, if you've played it, if this year was the first year you've played it, that's cool. But we're not gonna be like, for me,
remakes.
No, remake. It doesn't matter. Like if it came out this year, cool. If you played it this year, cool. But for me, like here's my example of things we're not gonna fucking allow. I've never played Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. That's an SNES game, but it's on the SNES Classics on Switch. So I'm playing through it right now. And I'm having an amazing fucking time playing it. That can't be on my list. That's a 25-year-old fucking game.
Yeah.
We are definitely going to have some rules. They're going to be loose. We'll play fast and loose with it. But we're going to have some rules.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like Tomb Raider.
Fuck you, cheesy.
What?
Tomb Raider counts.
This Tomb Raider. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'll give you that. Not the other two. I'll give you Shadow. Okay. I'll give you Shadow because that came out in September of 2018. Yeah. So I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one.
We gotta see if it makes my top.
Right. We're gonna make some rules here. We're gonna make some rules.
Okay.
But
Destiny 2 came out and you're on the PC.
No, but you played it.
But
on
what about
PS4.
Shadow?
If you came to me and said, Mike, Shadowkeep is so big and so beefy and so good and added so much that I'm not going to say Destiny 2, I'm going to say Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Yeah. I'd give you that too. I would totally give you that.
Kind of have to because the only other game I'm going to play is the Pokemon game.
And you're going to play Sword and Shield in a couple weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Pokemon Sword and Shield.
You didn't get anything else on Switch this year?
I haven't thought I did, didn't I?
You might.
Mario Maker 2.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have some discussions.
Yeah.
We'll have some discussions. We're going to play a little fast and loose with our rules. I wish we would have had these rules last year when I played games for the first time that had already been out. But it's all good. We're going to figure this shit out.
Cheesy wants to join us for that.
That'd be fun, dude. Give us your... Yeah, he plays everything. Maybe he should join us for that.
Yeah. You can take my place in video games, actually.
Yeah, we could... Well, okay, so I went back and I was listening to old episodes just to see. And I remember, I think it was 2011, we had Ryan O'Leary do a guest movies list.
Yeah,
we had Francis do a guest movies list. Like, so we could totally record a segment with Cheesy where he gives his top 5 games and throw it in post.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, if
or
you're not on our
do it live.
Discord,
Yeah.
join our Discord.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it.
Yeah. We got some rules to work out. But yeah, like for me, this year, like I'm not gonna put it on my list because Borderlands 3 came out this year also, but the DLC that they added to Borderlands 2 to bridge the gap between 2 and 3, Commander Lilith and the Battle for Sanctuary, was fucking amazing, and was like 8 hours long, and was a big beefy thing with new maps, new weapons, new enemies, new everything. Like it felt like a real expansion pack. So if Borderlands 3 wouldn't have come out this year, that would be on my list because it was something that came out this year, even though it was for a 7-year-old game. But yeah, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it.
We'll get
Speaking of Borderlands 3,
yes.
they just dropped I talked about it earlier. They dropped their Bloody Harvest event, and it's really fun. And I got my shotgun back that I lost inadvertently. I am going to continue running that. But I finished the story mode. I got level 50, so all my gear I'm getting now is level 50 gear. I've spec'd my character out to where I'm kind of just melting bosses, which feels really, really good. Especially some of the harder bosses that gave me a hard time during the single player. I'm going back now and farming them because they have higher drop rates for legendaries.
Sounds like Destiny. Legendaries.
Borderlands was doing this shit before Destiny, so I've been trying to tell you, Rick, especially in this game, there was a lot of Destiny in Borderlands 3. There's puzzly things to get through levels. There's no raids yet. They're saying that they might be bringing those down the line. Borderlands 2 had raids, which I thought was really cool. But I didn't have anybody to play those raids with because I got shitty friends. But Borderlands 3 doesn't have any raids yet, but they have some there is a specific map that you go to late game where I see it and I'm like, yeah, Rick, this is fucking Destiny. It feels so much like Destiny. And I think there's even in one of the maps early in the game takes place on a moon base. And there is a rare enemy spawn called the Dinklebot that looks
oh my god,
that looks like a ghost. Looks like the
That's
ghost
funny.
from Destiny, and it's not a guaranteed drop, but he drops a ludogram.
A ludogram
That looks like an Ingram. That you have to take back to your ship to have.
Holy shit!
And here's the funny part about this mission. Number 1, he's a rare spawn. Number 2, it's a rare drop.
Okay.
Number 3, when you take it back, you usually get shit gear.
That's funny.
Just like
That's
Destiny. But he
funny.
also has a chance to give you one of 3 legendary items. So if you just farm this enemy over and over and over again and collect a lot of these ludograms and drop them all off,
That's hilarious.
you have more of a chance of getting a legendary weapon. Just saying, Rick.
All right.
And
I saw it was on sale too. That's long ago.
And
Like $35.
fuck, really?
Yeah.
That's a steal of a deal, dude.
Oh, was? Shit.
Like-
I should've got that.
I paid $100 for this game because
Well, you get
because I got the
pack,
the season pass or whatever.
That was just the game itself.
That I don't care. That's a fucking deal, man. It's an amazing game, and it's fun. It's got a lot of content. I think I saw that it might still be on sale till Tuesday on PSN.
Oh, this was a while ago.
I think it might be on sale on PSN.
Oh.
But yeah, I really, really think, and this is one of those games, Rick, where I don't have to start a new character to roll with you because of the way they're doing their multiplayer now. I can bring my level 50 character in, and I'm seeing level 50 enemies and level 50 loot, but you're still seeing the same level enemies and same level loot you have. You know what I'm saying? So it's way easier to play co-op now. But yeah, I'm trying to get everybody to get this. I've only played with Bryce once. I played with Ben a couple of times. Cheese is always playing fucking Madden or Call of Duty now, so I'm never going to be able to play with him. But I think he's just getting me back for not playing Rocket League with him, and that's cool. I get it. I'm the asshole. But like, I really want to play this game with people.
Yeah.
There's a really cool Destiny style puzzle that is completely optional, and I think you would really like it because it's very Destiny. But yeah, man, I'm just continuing to truck along in Borderlands, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start another game with the Siren character because I've only played with Bryce once. And
there's a few different characters that you can pick.
Yeah,
kind of
there's
like Destiny as
4
well.
characters. Yeah.
Cool.
And they're all super viable and they're all super fun to play as. They're all different. But yeah,
the one thing I definitely liked about Destiny was the way it looked.
Yeah.
Like this, it's almost like that cel shady type of animation.
I wish I could show you this map I'm talking about. But yeah,
so
I'm super into it. Obviously, this is an amazing game. I love it. And what else have I been playing? Anything else? I played.
Well,
go ahead.
Obviously, well, I've been playing more. Last night, I believe, I played more Destiny. Yeah, last night.
Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of like leveling up because
I saw that
everyone's
you've
at
been doing
750.
Yeah.
So I've been going back and forth between my PlayStation and my PC, just to kind of see the difference.
What is that process like?
And it's great. Like
Is it
works.
super seamless? Like going back and forth?
Yeah, like everything.
That's fucking awesome.
Everything that I have from my PlayStation that I get there is on the PC version. So
That's
like whatever legendaries or whatnot, it's like I move like okay, I want to play on PC.
Right.
And everything's that.
So the only thing that doesn't move over is like purchase shit, right? Like
I believe so. I could be wrong.
But like, is it what's the process? Is it like, does it just save to the cloud and wherever you go it's there?
Yeah.
You don't have to download the save and then re-upload it and then download.
No, nothing like that.
What?
Yeah.
Really? That's
that's as far
rad.
as like I've seen. Like,
That's
like,
rad, dude.
I got a pretty badass hand cannon on the PS4, and then I go to play on my PC, and I still have it.
It's so weird. Like
it's strange. It's so cool how easy it is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time with Destiny and playing because I played through that entire story mode with you essentially, and we did it in like 3 nights. And I really felt like I got my money's worth. And like, so I haven't bought any of the DLC for it or anything like that because I don't. So here's the thing. I'm going to sound like a complete fucking hypocrite. I don't like the loot grind and the level grind in Destiny. But here I am in Borderlands, staying up till 3 a.m, running the same boss over and over and over and over again to get legendaries. But like, I don't know. I really did like Destiny 2 a lot. And that final boss battle was so much fun to do. With us together because we kept falling off and like it's really fun and like there's a lot of fun to be had there and so like yeah man
I miss that, man. I miss playing Destiny. I know Borderlands.
All right
but
all
yeah,
right I'll make you a deal. You get Borderlands if it's on sale.
If I find it on sale again, I'll
get it, and if you get it I'll buy the DLC for Destiny and start running that.
Shadowkeep?
Well, all the stuff that led up to that too, obviously, because there's a bunch of stuff.
I have actually
that I didn't do.
The other ones. I didn't know that I actually do have the other ones.
Yeah.
There's still some story I need to do. That's one of the things. Like if I buy Shadowkeep on PS4, I can't play that.
You have to rebuy it on
PC, which I fucking hate that shit.
I do too.
I understand it,
but I understand it.
But at the same time, like, come on, man, don't make me buy
you. Give me cross-play. Give me progression, and I will go ahead and concede cross-purchasing.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to give me you're saying it's super easy to go from back and forth. If you give me that convenience and ease of use and all my items back and forth, like, I can throw you an extra 25 bones for the DLC on the other platform. Like, I totally understand that. I get that. Like, for anybody that wants this mythical world where I buy the Division 2 on PS4 and I play it everywhere with all my friends and don't have to pay for it again, you're out of your fucking mind. That's never going to happen. It's a company.
They're got to make money. I understand.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. That's all. I'm just saying it's annoying.
Yeah, it is.
But I get it. You got to
think of everything they're giving that they don't have to give.
That is true too.
I understand we're in a world where it seems like now you have to give crossplay and you have to give everybody their cross progression, but you don't have to fucking do that.
No.
They don't
have to.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
It would be nice. But I'm okay with purchases not carrying over to the other platform because, that's unfair for that company. That's unfair.
I also want to bring up too because Cheesy brought it up.
What did he say? What did he say?
He says, "I'm not gonna lie to you. I see someone playing it on the PC, and it looked absolutely jaw-dropping. Absolutely.
Destiny 2?
Watching Destiny 2, playing on my pretty
PC.
damn good PC, like, wow, the graphics are so fucking good, dude. It's amazing, especially running it at high.
So is Destiny cross-play now, or is it just cross-save?
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Because I do look at my friends list, and it just shows
PC?
You're my PC
Or
friends.
PS? Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it is.
So if they...
I could be wrong.
If they flip that switch and make it cross-play, then you'd probably be way more inclined to play with me, right? Because you can play on your PC and I play on PS4.
See, I'm also in that dilemma, too. Like, do I want to buy Shadowkeep on my PS4 or do I buy my PC? Because graphically, I would rather play it on my PC.
Gotcha.
Because it looks better. And speaking of playing it on my PC, I figured out the controller. So now I've been playing... Last night I played with my PlayStation controller.
Awesome. Yeah. It's pretty easy now, right?
Yeah, I just got to turn up the...
sensitivity
because it was kind of laggy.
I just remember one last gaming thing I want to bring up. It is an actual review. A full review of a video game. Did you get into the Apple Arcade thing on your iPhone? No? I would suggest doing it to play this one game because it's $15 on Switch and it's part of the Apple Arcade. And you can get a free month of Apple Arcade essentially now. It's called Sayonara Wild Hearts. And this game is this year's Florence for me. You remember how adamant I was about how you needed to play Florence last year?
Yeah.
And you ended up buying it and playing it and you said it was kind of but then you played it again and you were like, wow, this is really fucking good. It even made your top 5 list, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yes, it did. Florence.
This is a game like that for me this year. It is a rhythm game. It's a rhythm-based kind of platforming.
I think you talked about it last time you were here.
I hadn't finished it yet.
I
finished it. And I loved the story. So, like Florence, well, I guess even more not like Florence, because Florence had like speech bubbles and shit, so where you could really get more of a sense of the character and what was going on with her and her life and all that stuff. This game is all told through music and levels. And... it's a very, I don't know, maybe I'm taking more away from it than others, but it is a very emotional story about a girl who, I want to give like broad strokes because I don't want to paint it with too much of a generalized brush because I think it's going to feel different for everybody. But it's about a girl who gets her heart broken. And then you're basically playing through what's next for her, essentially, using music and it's very easy. It's one button and moving her left and right. It's a rhythm game. It's very fun. So,
but it's similar to like the Florence storytelling, or
yes, similar, but maybe I'm inferring more than some people. But I know some people are also getting similar vibes that I've gotten because I saw some reviews of people saying it's very good. It's a very emotional story. You should check it out. But I didn't want any specifics because I wanted to experience it for myself. And I did, and I loved it. And it's one of those things where like, man, I wish I didn't play so many fucking great games this year because I would love to bust a Rick and put a game really high on my list like this that is unexpected. Because of so many big games that came out that I've played. Yeah. So I'm wrestling with that right now. Like, do I bust a Rick and piss off Bryce? Am I leaving something big off my list? Or do I just go with my list the way I think it might turn out right now? But, yeah, it's...
What was it called again?
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Okay, I'm just going to pull it up.
How
do you spell that?
Sayonara? Sayonara?
Yeah.
Wild Hearts? Yeah.
There it is.
It's got an awesome art style. The music is fucking amazing.
It's on the Switch, you said?
Yeah, it's on Switch and on Apple Arcade.
Let's see, I'll pull it up here so people can see.
Yeah, and I really, really liked it a lot, man. And I definitely got... I didn't get as emotional. Like, I talked about it last year. Like, there was a point in Florence where I was like...
Florence was fucking...
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
You haven't played Florence.
dude, it's a year later. There's a...
Oh, it's by the same...
Yeah, it's Annapurna.
Okay.
There's a sequence in Florence where a picture is torn up and it's fading
I've
away.
seen someone play this online.
And you have to put it... You don't have to, but you can grab all the pieces and put it back together and stuff. Like, and during that sequence, I got really fucking emotional because I couldn't get it all, and then I got it all, and I thought I was going to feel a sense of relief, but I didn't. I just felt even worse, and it was like, wow. It really hit me hard. And this one has, I won't say a happier ending than Florence,
But it has an ending.
but it had, and Florence had an ending too. Like you overcome in Florence, you overcome, and then she starts to feel good about herself again, and she gets back. Okay, it's a very empowering story in Florence, and I think this one does the same thing. But I felt happier for the character when I finished this game than I did when I finished Florence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I don't want to
get
really
it.
say any more than that because like
I'll play.
It's, dude, like I said, and if you have Apple Arcade, if you can get it for
I
that
can get
free
that
month or whatever,
3 month trial, yeah.
do it. But I played this on Switch and I fucking loved it, man. It's so good. It's so good.
Cool. That was going to do it for us this week on Some Shit We Like. Thank you to 4Cheesy for those 5 bits, and thank you for Tristan the Shark for following us. Appreciate that. Also, we put up our show Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah.
With Friday, we put up the full show, but you get little clips of the show in between the week. But the audio show goes up on Tuesday. We are having, they forgot to mention this, we're having technical difficulties right now with our website. If you know any website developers / designers that can help us out, that'd be great. Because we don't know how to fix it.
No, there's something weird.
I don't know. There's something going on. But what I can do is I can upload the audio to Anchor.
I was going to mention that. I was like, we can put that up on Anchor.
We should put it on Anchor. But the audio version of it can go up on Anchor.
Yeah.
Until we fix out our bugs. But for now, you can get the full show on youtube.com/user/ SSWL network.
Yeah.
Nope. Yes.
/ some shit we like. Isn't it?
No, we got the custom URL.
Oh!
So,
okay.
Yeah, we got the custom URL.
Gotcha.
So I got SSWL network.
Nice.
We're on social media, of course, on Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok. So, again, thanks for joining us, and until next time.
That was some shit we like.